My name is Favor Ovinyaluva, your official gist buddy, and happy Valentine's Day to all who celebrate. We've already established that Valentine's Day is for love. So whether it's romantic, whether it's platonic, whether it's filial, whether it's agape, happy Valentine's Day. I have with me a very special guest who goes by the name Amarachi Chetachi. Amarachi Confidence, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
For somebody, personally, I don't like when people say I go by the name. So I don't know why I say it. I think I don't like it because there's somebody said, oh, I go by the name XYZ. They say keep going. Let's just be going from there. So I don't like when I say it too, but it is what it is. How are you doing? Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much.
Why are you wearing black of all colors?
I don't know, I just wanted to look corporate.
And black was like your best bet.
Yeah, black is just my go-to color.
Oh, okay. So what are your plans? Are you in evening batch of Valentine?
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. There's no plan, there's no memo, there's no pre-message, there's no...
Nothing is going on.
You get? So I just hope I'm in evening batch.
Evening batch, batch B?
Batch
or
B.
Or batch C?
Or the last batch
Or
Z.
anyone. Not
anyone.
mixing somewhere. Also, basically, let me ask you, let me not assume. You may have received Valentine's gifts in the past.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is there a favorite one? Like the year where the gift was like, you loved it a lot. It's kind of like hit close to home.
Okay.
Or even hit home there.
Okay, yeah, I think one of my love languages is gifting.
Okay.
So each time I receive gifts, it just makes sense. But then again, there's always this one, and it was special because it was my first. Do you get?
Okay.
It was my first gift.
Oh,
Do you get?
okay.
So the gesture behind it, I wasn't expecting it, and I got it. Probably was what made me realize that gifting is my love language, stuff like that.
What was it exactly?
Oh, it was chocolates.
Oh, the whole
plastic flowers.
It's even plastic. The whole jamboree.
Well, it was nice. It's the thought that counts.
Really? Is it the thought that counts?
As at then, it was the thought that counted.
Anyways, we also made a post on our page, and it is our own Happy Valentine's Day. Pakota ihunaya nechi ihuan. What are you people saying? I'm the one that's confused. How does this translate to share love on this day of love? What is share love on this day of love?
Anyone?
Pakota ihunaya nechi. I have H factor. That was really frustrating.
Pakota ihunaya
nechi ihunaya.
nechi ihunaya.
All the Igbo lecturers now will come and start shouting at me, but I don't care.
We didn't do Igbo.
I don't care. So yeah, share love on this day of love. Happy Valentine's Day. Expressing love in Igbo. Love, ifunaya. You are mine, Ibunkem. You are my gain, Iburum. I love you, Ahrum Ginaya. I miss you, Ayaginemem. You're my future, Ibu Odinihum. You're my sweetheart, Ibu Biltom. In whatever you say, make sure you tell that special something how you feel. Special someone. So our handler is not a preacher of love. So that make sure you tell that special something how you feel. Make sure you tell that special someone how you feel. For the single Pringles, your turn is coming. Happy Valentine's Day from us at Afia. Happy Valentine's Day, and I hope that it's a fun-filled day. Don't overthink it. It's one day. It really is one day. It will come and go. It's almost 6 p.m. right now. It's almost 6 p.m. Maybe you might be in batch Z, like I'm actually hoping to be, or you might not. It's just one day. 6 more hours to the end of the day. Just relax. It's also the weekend. So you know what? Just relax. Very soon tomorrow, before you know it's Sunday, everybody go to church, and then Monday, back to work. So just relax. You'll be fine, yeah? So we're going to just go right into it, rip the band-aid off, and face some more national issues.
Okay.
Nedu is leaving the Honest Bunch podcast. Now, you may ask yourself, we already know, we used to say that one of the things that will scatter this country is Honest Bunch podcast.
Exactly.
And at this point, it's really sad what is really going on. So it kind of started from when D1, BB Niger star comedian, went on the podcast and started to make some allegations or make some revelations about Very Dark Man. Very Dark Man, in return, did not really answer D1. He went for Nedu. He started to mention, oh, Nedu, he sleeps with ABCD, he has proof. Started to post videos saying Nedu is the one that told him, blah, 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 blah. People have different reactions to it. Man, tell you something. Why are you coming out to, say what went on? Like, that's very unfair. Other people are like, why not face the VDM? Face the person in question, different reactions to it, really. And then it's really sad, and Nedu has now decided to, any small thing that is happening here, people will drag me. And to be fair, that's basically what we see happen a lot of times. Anytime that, there's an episode that goes viral, an episode that, people talk about, or an episode that is misconstrued, or whatever, maybe they post a controversial clip, and it's misconstrued, people will start to bash Nedu. Or most times the guests will start to bash Nedu, that kind of thing. But let's take a look at, let's read his official statement. This past week has brought a lot into perspective for me. Hosting the Honest Bunch podcast has been an incredible journey, one built on open conversations, bold perspectives, and the willingness to tackle difficult topics. But with that responsibility has come an overwhelming level of scrutiny, antagonism, and unfounded accusations that have now begun to take a personal toll. In light of recent events, I have made the difficult decision to step away from the podcast. This is not a decision I take lightly, but one I believe is necessary for my peace of mind, for my family, and for the integrity of the show itself. I've always been committed to honest conversations, but when these conversations lead to relentless attacks and misrepresentation, it becomes clear that stepping back is the best path forward. I sincerely hope the decision brings an end to the negativity surrounding my name and allows the Honest Bunch podcast to continue thriving. I remain committed to fostering dialogue in ways that encourage meaningful engagement and growth, and I look forward to new opportunities that align with that vision. I wish the show continued success and thank everyone who has supported me throughout the journey. Chinedu Annie Emmanuel Nedu Official. We'll take a look at some of the comments. All those praising VDM here, I don't get it. So VDM can talk about people, but no one should talk about him. He does a good job by calling people out for just causes, but he's also guilty of defamation. If you can't spot wrong from right, you have a judgment issue and it is serious. There are so many things in Nigeria that's not right for Nigerian audience. The Honest Bunch podcast is one of them. One of the greatest mistakes the Honest Bunch crew have failed to do is not asking their guests for a disclaimer. All the guests should have made to sign a disclaimer agreement, and with that, the show will be protected from this kind of needless controversy. I'm not a fan of the podcast, but it's not because it's not educating. It's a gossip platform where some children with poor parental upbringing come to expose themselves. Proverbs 10:14, the wise don't tell everything they know, but the foolish talk too much and are ruined. Nedu talks too much for a guy. I can bet he didn't sleep with half the girls he claimed he had slept with. He was called out by Daddy Shoki too when he brought KK Ogungbe on the show. I hope more of them are exposed and we begin to see the end of all these silly podcasts. Since Nedu has stepped down, VDM should also do the honorable thing and resign from his apropos role on Instagram. Nedu will no longer be a part of the Honest podcast. Why exactly? But why would VDM break the bro code? You visited someone by chance and he told you secrets, and next thing you cast him for SM. Now, wow. This only confirms that you do not play with very dark man. Now, darling, what are your takes? What do you think?
Oh, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. On this particular issue, I feel like I would be putting my answers with so many emotions. Because how do I put it? When things go left, everybody antagonizes the biggest person in the room. So the Honest podcast, is that
Honest
it?
Bunch, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the biggest person in that room is Nedu. Nedu has a platform. Nedu has the biggest platform. He has a name. Like, it's not even the first time, neither is it the second time. Each time something goes wrong, everybody just picks on Nedu. Not saying he's a saint though, but then again, it wasn't VDM role to come in. It wasn't his role to step in. If he is who he says he is, he tells us he's an online police, he's here for justice. What he did now, does he call for justice?
Yeah.
That's the question. And then, why is it Nedu he's speaking on? I mean,
it was not Nedu that said
allegedly, it wasn't really Nedu. And then, in all your gossip, you didn't hear Nedu gossip about you behind scenes or the rest. So I feel like he's fighting the wrong person because he's expecting loyalty, or he wants to take the fame that comes with hitting the biggest person in the room. That's just it.
Yeah, and we also see cases of him now. Honestly, somebody said something about Very Dark Man, said that all of these things would have stopped, would not have been here if what's the name of the
Jenny's Glow.
If Jenny's Glow just had an NAFDAC number, we will not be where we are today. We won't be where we are today. But we also see that he called out a lady, Jojo of Lele, and said, Nedu apparently was had sexual relations with her. the girl in question came out, started crying, saying, "No, this is not true." Da 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 da. And then I think, I don't know whether I apologized to her also, but I started. So most I don't really consume that content. When I see it, I'm a simple woman. I see it, I move. I don't really like to form opinions on that. But I saw a video of two of them apparently in a live together. So I'm hoping, so it means that probably they've reconciled and all. So what we are seeing is cases of you trying to drag someone down and then dragging other innocent people down as well.
Exactly.
Because the young lady now that was, her name was mentioned that, she had something to do with it. And then now came and say, it's not true and all of that. That's very unnecessary. That's very uncalled for. Because what we do not understand with social media is sometimes it can be too linear. Too linear in the sense that, so I see your page, they say you do ABCD. Once I see you have marked your face that you did ABCD, I might never see you come out and debunk it again.
Yeah.
Do you understand? The Jojo of Lele girl and they say, she slept with this person. Some people might not have seen where she was crying. People might not have seen the video. Some people might only have seen where they said she was involved with him, went to her page and said, this girl, and then judged her or, bashed her or did whatever, or just, marked her face, so to say. Some people might not go and follow up. So you've already defamed this person, you've already defamed this person just in a bit to, what's it called? Just in a bit to go and
satisfy his ego.
Do you understand? To spite another person. And another point, another thing that's really irks me is, so you have all of this information about who this person is allegedly sleeping with, and you do not say, okay, let me come and say it since. Why now? Did the victims, I won't even call them victims because they've not come out to say, this is what happened to me. It was rape or was non-consensual, he took advantage. Nobody has come out to say any of these things, but you want to carry it upon yourself to come and start listing somebody's body count. For what? Really?
The thing is that, the thing with VDM, the thing I know is that he has this satisfaction feeding off ladies. Like if it's a guy or a straight guy, he's usually conserved a bit. But then again, if you notice that there's a femininity to your aspect, he feeds on it. That's what I feel like. I feel like if it was a guy, or if it was a guy he was receiving favor from, he wouldn't be this open about it. Because how will I put it? The girl now, she has a future. And then the internet never actually forgets.
Yeah.
So this is like a stigma, and it's probably going to be here for the rest of her life. Even if she debunks it, even if she says the truth, even if there's an evidence, like once you search her name, you will definitely see something that has to do with her body count, which is not fair. There are other things to say. There are other ways to come for people than bringing other people's business into the limelight.
It's so unnecessary, and it's very distasteful, very, very distasteful. And then the fact that Nedu has to now, go through all of this, be dragged, be treated in this way, be treated in this manner, have people just say all these things about him, about his personality. I completely agree with the person that said that the guests have to sign like a disclaimer so that people do not associate. But even if you did sign a disclaimer, what you said actually, your point actually weighs higher. People will want to go for the biggest person in the room. Exactly. That's just what it is. So if you're talking and they see, this person is who, if I hit the most, to get more reactions, I will go for you. I won't go for the one that people don't really know you. Exactly. And even if I say anything defamatory about you, it will even give you more clout.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Exactly. So it's very, very sad. And sending, being in the media, and you have to be very careful about what you say. And no matter how careful you are, people can misconstrue your words. So I don't relate. I don't know what Nedu is going through, but I know that it is a very, very, very dark place to be in right now as a media person. So sending love, thoughts, prayers to him in this time. Honest Bunch podcast was really big. It was a really, really, really big platform for him.
And it got big because of Nedu.
And it got big because of Nedu. So I do not know what the reality of Honest Bunch podcast would be without Nedu. If Nedu leaves, I know husband material, the other man and the other two ladies, I know they're really good, but what's the Honest Bunch podcast without Nedu? Really? But let's see how these things go. Who knows? He might step down for a while, and then I'll come back tomorrow and do back. But let's move away from that. So yes, we've been seeing a lot of back-to-back. At this point, Keeping Up with the DBRs is in season 5. We have been seeing a lot of, oh my goodness, from Mr. Idibia himself. Somebody said, all I can say is that Two-Face is innocent. Because
I
his name is
swear.
innocent. But yeah, we are seeing Miss Two-Face. The first one was him saying he divorced, saying him and Annie Macaulay are no longer together. Then saying he was hacked and saying he said what he said. Before we know what's happening, there's Honorable Natasha in the mix. Before we know what's happening, he's engaged to Honorable Natasha. And according to some people, they're expecting a child together. So there is a lot of back and forth. And today's episode on Keeping Up with the Idibias, we have Mama Idibia herself saying that Honorable Natasha has used juju on her son. She's calling on mothers. My mother is in Lagos chilling. She's not going to check him out. Because to be fair, Baba is older than her.
Yeah.
So she is not going to check him out. It would not concern her. But yeah, she's calling on mothers. She's calling on well-meaning Nigerians. Even the presidency, who knows. Anybody that can check him out in this matter should please come and check me out. Because the matter is, bigger than her.
Yeah.
Calling us saying that Baba is like under a spell and all of that. And people are like, this man is 50 years old. He is the father of at least 7 children. He knows what he's doing.
At this point, he knows what he's doing.
And of course, another episode that we're seeing that we've also failed to mention is that he is apparently missing. They've alerted DSS into his whereabouts. Alerted DSS that they don't know about his whereabouts. So this is a 2-in-1 special. First of all, he's missing. Second of all, he's also under a spell. It gets interesting every single day. But let's take a look at some of the comments. Joe says, you did not train your son well. Son of Consolation says, you can't be rich and famous in Nigeria and do wrong in the eyes of fanatics. Otherwise, I don't see why people are not cancelling Baba for the evil deed. Your woman has endured with you for years, and all of a sudden you divorce her in the middle of a mental crisis, already proposing to another woman on top. Bro, you got a wife who stood by you for 20 plus years, you got kids and a family with her, and you left her at her lowest, and on top of that, adding salt to injury. What happened to conscience, human empathy, the love you all shared all these years? And so the quarrel big with them, no fit settle. And we have people here still fanning to Baba. No yawa, you go touch all of now, one by one. Say amen.
Amen.
Two-Face is a grown man and can make his own decisions. Be that how your son now. Oh my goodness. I've been saying that people should allow Annie and Two-Face Idibia to divorce in peace if they want, and I still maintain that. However, honestly, that Two-Face shocking proposal to Natasha, while still going through divorce, seems very weird and odd. I believe Baba and Natasha could have handled things with more respect, maturity, and sensitivity. I was waiting for them to announce that the proposal was a prank because it was not properly timed, but it turned out to be real. I don't blame Mrs. Rose Idibia on this one. She has all the right to be concerned and worried about the mental state of her own son. Any loving mother will do the same. But who am I to judge? Maybe that's what is keeping Two-Face sane and happy at this difficult time. I wish all the parties involved all the best. They play. Now you go tell 40 plus man waiting him go do. Someone should show us the bead on his neck and hand, I beg. Your son has chosen his path, perhaps failed you. The highest you can do is advise him or give him others if you can. Natasha is not to be blamed. Natasha should leave Two-Face as the mom has said. This is clearly him for sure. Nigerian mothers will ask that. First time I'm hearing Two-Face mother voice, meaning it's a serious matter. What do you think?
Oh, this is a lot. Like you said, we're in season 5.
Season 5.
And we can wake up to season 7 and 8 tomorrow.
It's still in production.
Well, Two-Face is an adult. Like, he's so big. If I should multiply my age, like if I should multiply my current age, I'm not even Two-Face age yet. Yeah. Do you get? So on his mom's aspect, I think she's venting at the wrong places. Like her mom, Two-Face mom, she should be in which era? Which era should we grade her?
I don't know her era.
So whichever era she is.
There's something called family meeting.
There's something called family meeting.
There's something called reporting to the elders.
Exactly. If you see that you cannot hold your son anymore, or he's feeling he's bigger than you, and family people cannot even help you. Probably he's the provider. Yeah. And you know how people are sentimental with providers. Make I no come put them out and then they stop giving me tea.
Yeah.
There's another route. Go to God and pray. Fast over it. Yeah. NSPPD, hallelujah. Anyone you have to do.
Any brand.
Or just don't vent. Don't vent on Instagram. My mom is not on Instagram. You're calling Nigerian mothers to do what's on Instagram.
To help her.
You pass her. But then again, there are two sides to this story. And so far, we've not heard any side. Two-Face is just saying that this phase of his life has ended, and in his 50s, he wants Natasha. We just hope that in his 60s, he wouldn't want another person. And in his 80s, Natasha, if she's the one that's still there, would still want him. Like, there's a whole lot about this Two-Face Idibia and his family, and people thinking that people thinking that the mommy coming out now is any different. The mommy has always been there. There are voice clips during any time where the mother will be like, leave my son's house, we are coming to the house, stuff like that. So the mommy has always been there, behind the scene, in scene, around the scene. Do you get?
She shot the production crew. She did the production crew, man. Well, I think I'll agree with comments that said that it's very insensitive. I think that's what I would say. If we've not really heard anything from Annie in this time, we've not heard anything from her, and I just really think we do not need to hear anything from anybody, to be honest. Keeping Up with the DBS, it doesn't need to be a series. They have grown-up children. They have big boys and big girls. Like, they have children in like their late teens, like 17, 18, 19, like that, to like 21. I can't really remember the age, but they have big boys and big girls that are probably be in uni. So like they have children that are actively on social media. The other day was Isabel that was trending for a video she made and all of that. Like they have children that are actively on social media, and this is going to be so embarrassing. Imagine seeing your father do this, people dragging your father is trending, your grandmother is also doing this. If not for anything, for the sake of the children, they can always resolve this behind closed doors. For the sake of the children, because you have to think of the children, think of their mental health, think of the reputation as well, so that they can easily like I don't know, Sha. I really don't know. Maybe being in showbiz, this is the price you pay. This is the price you pay, really. But we'll leave it at that and see maybe there will be any new developments to Keeping Up with the DBS come next week. Thank you so much, Amarachi, for joining me today. It was really fun.
Thank you so much. It was fun.
And hopefully something will come your way. Valentine's Day batch Z.
Exactly.
And to you, our viewers, I hope you are having a great Valentine's Day. And if you're not, who knows? Valentine's Day batch B or batch D or whatever evening batch might still come your way. Thank you very much for watching Afia TV Official today. Do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, Afia TV Official. My name is Favor Obinyeriba. Continue to enjoy the rest of your Valentine.